A 26-year-old drunk driver kills 4 people. Let me say that again for the people in the back. A 26-year-old drunk driver kills 4 people.
It is a tragedy that never had to happen. 4 young adults killed in a fiery crash on the 605 caused by a 26-year-old suspected drunk driver.
Tonight, the family of one of the victims is speaking out for the first time about the 4 friends whose lives were taken too soon. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in Huntington Beach with a heartbreaking story. Mary Beth.
Yeah, Mike and Cher, she tells us that these 4 young people that all died together, she says that they had a very deep rooted friendship that began many, many years ago. And she says that they were really good kids who were very close to their friends and family.
She felt she was about the relationships. And that's what I noticed about all these 4 kids. They weren't burning with ambition. They weren't political. They had these deep friendships from.
Kathy Stickle is talking about her niece, Julie Harmori, the 24-year-old Huntington Beach girl, her boyfriend, 24-year-old Armand Del Campo, and their 2 friends, 24-year-old Jordan Partridge and 24-year-old Sam Skosalik, were all killed in a fiery crash on the 605 freeway Sunday morning in Norwalk. Kathy says the 4 were returning from a concert when their Nissan and a CHP car somehow collided on the freeway. As a result, their Nissan became disabled.
Jordan called her mom. Jordan called her mom and said, "Mom, we've been in an accident. Everybody's okay. Don't worry about it, but it's going to take longer because we have to wait to do all of that." And in the middle of a sentence, the line went dead.
The families would later learn why Jordan's phone went dead. A Kia, apparently with a drunk driver behind the wheel, smashed into the back of their Nissan. The Nissan exploded into flames and killed all 4 of them inside. The families had to figure this out by themselves, that it was their loved ones involved in that deadly crash. They say they didn't hear anything from authorities and so began reaching out to each other and looking at news reports. Plus, Kathy says she knew her niece had a white Nissan.
Nissan's a white Nissan. These are 4 people, and none of these kids are answering their phones. And it's been 7 hours, 8 hours by now. So we decided it's probably them.
Police say the Kia driver, 26-year-old Iris Salmeron of Bellflower, and her passenger had to be taken to the hospital with serious injuries. And they tell us that Salmeron is facing multiple felony charges. Meantime, Kathy says that all the families are now turning to each other to get through this unimaginable grief.
All the parents are checking on each other. They're checking on people that they met through this whole tragedy that started.
It really is truly tragic. And a GoFundMe page has been set up for all 4 of these victims to help out with funeral costs. And you can find a link to it on.
That is so sad, bro. That is so sad. That is so messed up. So you telling me, and it happens. How many times have we said that this happens on a regular basis? And that the person or the people that committed or the people that, do whatever it is, the drunk driver that killed somebody, how many times do we say that those people wind up making it? They get minor scratches or bruises. They wind up getting treated at the hospital. And then it's always the regular, everyday people that die. Every single time. Every single man. How many man, we've been doing this show for a while and we've been having these stories and all of this stuff come up all the time. It's always the people that don't deserve to die, shouldn't be there, all of this other stuff. Those are always the ones that catch that L every single time. It's so tragic. It's so unfortunate and it's so tragic. Why is the reason for that? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The impact, it's just nothing. Whereas people who aren't drunk, they brace for the impact, and so that makes it worse.
This is why they so hard on drunk drivers, though.
In Utah, they're about to make it to where you go to the bar or restaurant and
Mhm.
try to buy a drink, they scan your license. If you've ever had a DUI, they can't serve you.
Rita said in Utah, they about to install a law to where they can scan your license if you go to the bar to go have a drink or something like that. Utah is probably one of the most strict places that I've ever been to when it comes to alcohol and what time they serve alcohol and when you can buy it and where you can buy it from. She said that it's about to be a situation in Utah. They changing it. Maybe it's just because there's so many Mormons or whatever there. They changing it to where you would have to scan your license, and if you've ever had a drunk driving or a DUI or something like that, then they can't serve you. Our Arizona is strict too. If you've ever had a DUI or something like that, then they cannot serve you. They getting tougher on drunk drivers. They getting tougher on people that are super speeders, drunk drivers, anybody that's out here wreaking havoc on the road. They not messing around. And this is one of the reasons why, because these are the things that we don't see. I'm heavy, super heavy, and I am vigilant on people that are around me that drink. And I'm like, yo, do not drive. I don't care if it's going to be, you got to go and get your car in the morning. You don't want to leave your car out there because it only take one time. It only take one situation where you're going to find yourself in a tragedy. And then, you can't help the person. Or even if people get pulled over, it's like, yo, you do realize that they not messing around. They're going to have you going to classes. They're going to have you removing yourself from being able to go out of town because you got to do a random alcohol check. If you got a car and you're trying to get to work every day, they're going to put that thing in your car where you got to blow to show that you ain't got no alcohol in your system. They don't mess around, bro. They do not mess around. You said Utah is the first state where they're removing fluoride from the water. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because it seemed like places where they don't got fluoride in the water, and I don't know. It seemed like they teeth be super yellow. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But it is. It is unfortunate because the good people are the ones that are obeying the law, and that's why you got to be situationally aware, even with that, because I pay attention to the stuff that's happening around me. I could not even be doing nothing wrong, and I'm just naturally I scan the room. Most guys I know, I seen a guy the other day, and it's not that he did anything wrong. It's not that he did anything wrong. It's just my natural instincts of how I move. I seen a guy the other day, and he came into the restaurant and he just sat down. He sat down, and his girl sat down, and they just sat down. And I was like, I can't just sit down. First thing I'm looking at is I got to make sure that my back is not towards it. You know what I'm saying? My back can't be towards the door. I need to be seeing who coming in and who coming out. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. If I can't just sit down, I got to be able to see the door. I need to see who coming in and who coming out. My back is never going to be to the door. And that's not to say that it's a bad thing or a good thing, but that's just my natural instinct because I need to see what's going on.